show, the Down and Dirty, baby.
Yeah. Down and Dirty, baby, man. We love the Down and Dirty. Well, me and Sean get to tell you guys our inner feelings about anything that we're thinking about, and you guys can chime in. And if you guys ever have a Down and Dirty that you want to bring, please feel free to hit up me or Sean, because we would love to have you on the show to tell us your Down and Dirty. Sean, I will go first. This week, my life kind of changed this week, man, and in a big way. I'm just not a huge fan of guns. Never have been. Never had wanted to touch them. Wanted to, try to even learn how to use one or whatever. But this week, I actually shot a gun, man, and my whole perspective on it changed. My whole perspective. And it drove me to think of my Down and Dirty, to where we have to sometimes open up our minds to things that we would probably never do or want to do. And if you have that drive and you do it, it can actually probably turn out amazing. And I did something that I never in my 34 years of life thought I would do. I shot a gun. I went to a range and did it for the first time, and it was absolutely awesome. My whole mindset has changed. I learned how to properly use it. I'm about to start taking classes with my wife, and I'm excited. So my Down and Dirty is try things that you may not want to try, because you just may like it. The things that you've been putting off and talking about people, I'll never do that. You may like it. You may like it, and I did. So shout out to all you people who know about guns and like to go shooting and hunting and all this stuff. I don't know if I'm ever going to hunt, but I think I like doing the practicing of the guns and stuff. I like that. It was pretty cool.
Okay, I can dig it. Let's go. I'm right there with you. Yo,
let's go.
Right along that line, and going out, trying new things, this and that. Look, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, last couple times we've been on here, I told you I had tested positive for COVID. Took a test, it was a rapid test, so I still got to get another one that's more accurate. But I took a test, tested negative, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, I cleared it. Now, let's be very, very honest. I still feel kind of fatigued. I still feel kind of a couple of those things. And there's a lot of stuff that people say that you get after you've had it and this and that. So I'm definitely not 100%. But the reason I'm going to say this is I'm going to go with your trying new things. Before, when we did this show and it was just you and I never worried about anything. I might have written the script or done a couple of things here and there, but I always knew that I had you on the other side, so I didn't worry. Even if I mess up, I knew you had that.
Absolutely.
But I was very scared to branch off. You know
what
I mean? And do anything else, do on my own. So when you were moving to Australia, that kind of forced me to, be like, all right, you got to jump out here, do this.
Absolutely.
So, hey, we know what happened since then. Watch the Football Weekly, Let's Talk Football, the Round Table, college basketball, fantasy.
Let's go, my boy. Let's go.
All these different things. But, as you do those things and you grow and you have, you start building things, they become your babies and you kind of hold tight to them. So when anybody comes in and anybody, you're kind of like, I got to check you out because this is my baby and I'm not just going to let it out to anybody in this and that. You know what I mean? So as part of that, even while I was sick, I was still doing the show. I was still pushing through and still grinding to do it. And people would ask me, are you fine? Are you fine? And to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, that was the thing that kind of helped me to go through because it took my mind off of this very scary thing. Yes. Having COVID is scary. Yes. Let's be very honest.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean? So it took my mind off and I absolutely loved it. But shout out to my guys on the Washington Football Weekly crew. Abdullo and Will Kramer, because a couple weeks back, last Sunday before the Ravens game, before the Seattle game, they hit me and they were like, yo, how you feeling? What's going on? And I was like, I'm a little under the weather, but I'm good. And they were like, nah, get some rest, get better. We're going to do this. And hey, Janae,
They did a great job.
Yeah, right. I sent them the link. They did their thing. They dominated it. And, I loved it because you could tell they were nervous. They were kind of fidgeting through some of the stuff, but they kept going. Yeah, and they kept, and it sat there and it made me think, these are two different guys that before we started doing this, I don't know that they would be people doing podcasts or doing shows or doing this like that. Yeah. And now both of them were running the show to
awesome show.
Last night they were on again, and I couldn't get on because the Wi-Fi was off. And they were both just running it smoothly and had the clips and had the thing. Ladies and gentlemen, go try something new. Go try something that you maybe, even if you think, I can't do this. I can't apply for this. I can't. Try. What happens if you get it? Boom. Then you keep going. And you will, and honestly, it goes to that fight or flight thing where you will sit there. Once you're in it, you don't think about all the fears you had prior to getting in it.
Yes.
Once you get in, you just start thinking, okay, what do I got to do to stay in this? What do I got to do to keep this thing going? You know what I mean? So shout out to my guys. Shout out to everybody that takes time to help the Let's Talk Football family. I appreciate y'all for y'all checking in on me and making sure I was okay. Y'all held down the fort. I love this. I love y'all.
And it's also the testament that sometimes it's okay to take a break.
Yes.
The show can still go on without you for that moment.
Yes, sir.
It's okay if you don't feel well to say, hey, I don't feel it today. I'm not feeling well. Can you help me out? And you got people that's got your back that'll step up and do it. So that's a beautiful story, man.
Oh, I love that. I
love it. Yeah. Absolutely love it. Yeah. Hey, well, you already know what time it is. My team is taking the field, and you already know I need